Okay, welcome everyone to our December PTA meeting. We will call this meeting to order at 7:04. Our agenda for this evening will be our officers' reports, then our icebreaker, then our committee updates, a word from Principal Johnson, any unfinished and new business, announcements, and our closing.
Meeting minutes for the month of November were sent out in advance. I did get one correction from Nicole Kosnick for the Spiritware number. It's been corrected from $89.84 to $81.84. So that correction has been made. Does anybody else have any corrections? All right, then the minutes are approved as corrected. Thank you.
All right, next up is our president's report. I just want to let everyone know that there is a organization that's called the Community Coalition for Public Education that we are aligning with for the upcoming elections that are coming up for school board in April. They are currently working on a forum for the candidates that'll be running for those offices. So we are looking to do a joint venture with them on a candidates forum. So if anyone is interested in being a part of that effort, you can reach out to me personally in person, or you can email the info at Goodland Montessori PTA.org email stating that you want to be a part of the candidate forum discussion. Right, up next, I will be presenting the treasurer's report on behalf of Nicole because she was not able to be here this evening. So coming into this month, we had a starting balance on 10/23 of $2,858.27. We had expenditures in the amount of $265.14, and we had income coming in at $622.32, which left us with a balance as of 11/19. $3,215.45. You did receive a full treasurer's report in the email that was sent out with the agenda last week. Does anyone have any questions about the treasurer's report? Okay, hearing none, I would entertain a motion to accept the treasurer's report as presented.
This is Carolyn. I motion to accept the treasurer's report as presented.
I second.
Okay, then we can use the chat to vote. All current members, if you would write aye if you're in favor, nay if you're opposed, or abstain.
That motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, next up is our icebreaker for the evening. So what we will be doing is going into breakout rooms for the next 7 minutes. While we're in our breakout rooms, we will all be sharing our favorite winter activities. I will open up the, oh, hold on. There's someone coming in. Once I add them to a breakout room, then I'll open up the breakout room. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, I think everybody's back now. I think everyone's back now. Okay. First up on committee reports is the audit report and the bylaws reports, which are both Anissa's, but she was unable to make it this evening. So she just wanted me to share out with everyone that our 2021 audit was approved by the state PTA, as well as our updated bylaws. Those just got approved last week. So we are all good to go. We are all in compliance. Yay. Next up is Jacqueline.
Hi, everybody. I'm the chair for the classroom parents, and we are chugging along with the staff appreciation days. So we've handed out gifts since the last meeting to Charisse, who's our school psychologist, and then also to all of the educational assistants. The other thing that I wanted to just make a call out for are the teacher wish lists. So you can find the teacher wish lists on the classroom Facebook pages, as well as on the monthly email that you receive. And in addition to that, if you, instead of giving something on the teacher wish list, if you want to do kind of a general donation that would go towards each of the teachers, there's also a donation link, which Liz has just added in to the chat. So if you want to do a donation there, you can do that as well. That's it from us. Thank you.
Thanks, Jacqueline. Colin has a question. Go ahead, Colin. Colin, you can unmute.
Can you email me the wish list for the teachers? So I can let our church know if they want to donate anything.
Sure, I'll forward your email to Jacqueline. Jacqueline, I have Colin's email. I'll forward it to you, okay?
Thank you. And thank you, Colin.
Okay. Any other questions?
All right. For those of you who were not at the meeting last month, we've got a very exciting next step in our school's efforts to expand into a K-8 school. Ms. Johnson presented to the school board on Monday, and it went very well. It sounded very positive, but we want to make sure that the school board knows as a PTA and as a parent base that we're in full support of that expansion. So we are, and I should note, they're voting on that measure, that expansion at their December meeting on the 20th. So we'd like to organize our parents in advance of that meeting to send out letters to our school board members advocating for the expansion and letting them know, that we support that and we would like that for our students. I did send out an official position letter on behalf of the PTA, as well as a form letter for parents. Those were included with the agenda. So at this point, I wanted to entertain a motion in order to officially approve the position letter and the form letter.
This is Carolyn.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Carolyn.
This is Carolyn. I vote to approve the motion for the position letter and form letter for the K-8 expansion at Goodland.
Thank you.
This is Monica. I second that motion.
Thank you. So at this point, does anybody have any amendments, changes that they'd like to request? I did not receive any in my email. So opening the floor for that or any questions. Thanks, Robin. All righty, I will go ahead, then we can go ahead and vote in the chat. Let me just put a header in here. You could go ahead and either aye for accept, nay, or abstain.
Aye.
Thank you, Colin. All right, that motion does carry. I will go ahead and send out the form letter. That'll go out to PTA members as well as our PTA mailing list tomorrow. So you will have that in your inbox if you choose to use it. Otherwise, again, we advocate or ask that you contact your school board member and let them know your position on it. Aside from that, just a reminder, the PTA does have a website. We try to keep it up to date as possible. So if you're ever looking for something and you don't know where the link is for it or when something's happening, good chances are it's on the website. So make sure you're keeping an eye on that. It's Goodland Montessori PTA .org. And then just a reminder about our mailing list. We do have a mailing list. If you're not a member of the PTA, but you'd still like to be included on our on those ad hoc emails aside from the school newsletter or the mid-month email, go ahead and sign up for our mailing list, and we'll make sure to include you. That's all I had.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
Up next is our community involvement. Unfortunately, we were not able to have our chair here. Kelly had another commitment tonight, but she did want me to share out her report for you. We absolutely exceeded our goal for our donations, so we were able to increase the amount of families that we are providing the food baskets for. Our goal this year was $450. We actually raised $575, so we were able to increase up to 12 families. Everyone did contribute for the giving tree, so we have 40 gifts that were provided for the original 10 families, and we're giving gift cards for the extra 2 families that are increased donations allowed. So thank you everyone for your generosity. Up next is family involvement. Stephanie couldn't be here today, but I will let Robin share out since Stephanie's not here because she's doing this in conjunction with the Reflections in Art Club.
Hello, hi. Yeah, this year we decided to fold the ugly sweater activity into our December art club so that we could make making the sweaters part of what we do together. We will be meeting 12/16, it's another Thursday by request at 2:11, so right after school. And we are again asking for parent attendance or a grown-up to attend. So of course it doesn't have to be a parent. It just has to be somebody who's responsible for, I think, up to 5 children. That's the 16th and it goes until 3:30. We actually had a really fun in-person event for Art Club in the art room in November. It was a bit smaller, but because it was smaller, we were able to meet in the art room, and it was just a blast to make art with kids in person. Highly recommend. Ashley was there, so she can hopefully co-sign.
So what do they do?
We make art.
People. And you need grown-ups or what?
We ask grown-ups to attend with their children. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, instead of taking the children with no grown-ups, taking full responsibility. So we will be doing this again on 12/16. Of course, we're going to be pushing the reflections competition, for which the deadline is January 15th. So y'all can be working on this over the break. The prompt is, I will change the world by ... It's a perfect prompt for our kids. Every single submission gets a prize from me that I will give to your child out of gratitude, because it would just be really fun to go to state this year and compete at the state level. I think we have a lot of talent, but also a lot of enthusiasm and, you know, virtue in our school that we could really share. Karen.
I don't know a ton about art club, mostly because my daughter was so young last year. But what do you mean they're making the sweaters? Is it just like coloring the sweater? Like, is that what it is? Because I think she could handle that. I just, no.
We're doing 2 options. So kids have the option of bringing a sweater to alter in real time there with materials that we're going to bring, yarn and silly things. But we are also going to make paper sweaters so that kids who would feel more comfortable or who didn't have a chance to bring a sweater that's disposable can also decorate a sweater. It's 2:11 to 3:30, 12/16. There is a registration form and I think it's in the chat. Any questions? Oh, is it for all ages? Yes, it is. That's part of why we are asking parents to bring kids so that we could include everyone from K3 to 4th grade. I know some kids are a little more independent, but for our kindergarten friends, it's helpful to have a guiding adult. Did I cover all the questions? Yes, sounds like it.
Thank you, Robin. Up next is fundraising, but I don't think that Missy is here, so I will cover for her. We do have our ongoing fundraiser right now is our Marcus Theater gift cards. This year, everything is online. You can order the gift cards for your family and friends, stocking stuffers, whatever you need them for. The sale is going on until the 15th of this month, and 15% of all profits will come back to the PTA for our purchase of gift cards. And I think the link is on our website if you need to find it to order. Up next is Carolyn and Matt. Oh, wait, there's a hand raised. Angel?
Is there an option to get physical cards by chance? Or is, I mean, I know we have like an online version of it, but is there an option to get physical ones?
I don't know for the fundraiser if there is or not. I mean, maybe you could go in and they could still link it to the fundraiser, but the fundraiser is all fully virtual for us to get the credit for it. Maybe, I don't know, but when we signed up for the fundraiser, they said it was all virtual. So.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And the link is in the chat if you need it. Okay. Carolyn?
All right. So we're currently at 91 members. We've been kind of hovering around there for a while now. And I'm just going to skip right to the 12 days of membership campaign before we bring Matt on to talk about watchdogs. But so right now we're in the last membership campaign for the year. We're hoping to get to 9 paid members. So if you weren't already aware, we've been just started posting it this week on our social media channels that we have our 12 days of membership campaign. So we're highlighting 12 different things that the PTA has been doing or is currently doing. Just kind of share that out so that you know, potential new members really see the benefit and value add of the PTA to the school, and also how important it is that they're to have them as members to be a part in the school. So there are $25 Amazon gift cards, 3 of them that will be given away to select people, 1 in each of the categories. So if you know of somebody in your family or someone who's connected to the school that one of your friends that is not already a member, please encourage them to sign up. It's a virtual sign up through Member Hub, $10 for an individual, $14 for a family, and you can get a $25 gift card that would just pay for it all, plus a little bonus money. So I'm hoping that we can reach this. We only need 9 more people to make that happen. So I really feel like we can do that. So just, you know, if everybody could just go get 16 people on the call tonight, you know, little more than half of you, if each of you asked 1 person to be a PTA member, we would hit our goal within the next 10 days. So appreciate your help and support, and hopefully we can reach that goal. And I am going to put myself on mute and switch this over to Matt so he can talk to you all about watchdogs. Thank you, Matt.
Hello, everybody. Kind of underprepared. Sorry about that, but I do work a lot. But does anybody have any questions about the watchdogs or what it is or anything?
I know I would appreciate maybe a rundown of like what the purpose of Watchdogs is.
So Watchdogs is dads of great students, and it's trying to put a role model figure in the schools of, you know, to help stop a bullying or male contact or male assistance. You know, sometimes kids just want a father figure or a parent figure that way. And that's what me and Selwyn are looking to create. And, you know, our school really doesn't have any bullying, but it doesn't mean that we can't branch out and help out and do community activities, you know, in the summertime or wintertime, you know, like we were talking about sledding in our group earlier. And, you know, we might, if we ever get snow, do like a watchdog sledding day, you know, where all the kids can come out and sled, and we'll try to get some dads to come out and have fun too, because it's kind of the way I look at it, and Carmen probably might want to correct me on it, but it's like a PTA for dads. Only we are, you know, just the dad side of it.
Don't forget to tell them about the upcoming training.
Yeah, that's where I'm kind of unprepared. Like I said, I'm in between jobs right now. I'm working from my full-time job and my part-time job here, so I don't have any of the paperwork on me. Do you have any of that, Carmen?
Yeah, no worries. So we want to be designated as a watchdog school. And so in order to do that, there is a training module that the interested dads, as well as the chairs of the committee, as well as Principal Johnson and our social worker, will be taking part in on this Saturday. It is virtual. So we did put the link in the newsletter, I believe. So if you are interested in joining up, if you have a male father figure who's interested in joining the group, the login is on, yes, it's men only. And that is coming up on Saturday at 9 a.m. So you can just join in on the Zoom, and following the training, there'll be time to talk about and discuss future upcoming activities.
It could be a grandpa, it could be an uncle. It doesn't have to be a dad, you know, just a male figure in their life.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, I just want to put one quick plug in with the Watchdogs, that this program is partially funded by a grant that we received, and thanks to Alicia and the grants committee for writing that grant with Wisconsin PTA that is partially funding that. This is also partially funded by the money that we raised last year from the different events and things that we have. So just letting you know how this program is being paid for by this, and the hard work that our volunteers are doing to get this program not only funded, but started. So thank you, Matt, for making time to come tonight. We really appreciate it.
I just want to say thank you for doing all the legwork for the funding and all that. I'm not a technical person. You know, I can fix anything that runs on gas or diesel, but computers I can't do. I don't know if a lot of you know, but I was one of the soccer coaches for the Montessori soccer team. So if you've seen how I interact with all the kids on the field, it would be the exact same way. You know, I treat every kid like it's my own. So you know, I look forward to growing this group with everybody, and hopefully, you know, we can make it pretty big.
Thank you. I can attest to that. You did great with Celeste. Up next is Robin.
Hello again. Quick recap. Reflections is a PTA competition for art. We are focusing on visual art this year because that is what we have the capacity for. Submissions will be digital, and any medium is accepted. So sculpture, painting, drawing, assemblage, collage, whatever your kids feel drawn to. But our deadline is January 15th. I am your point person, so there is a form you'll have to fill out, but we can work one-on-one. I'm happy to work one-on-one with each person to get those forms filled out, and then we're submitting digitally this year. Hallelujah. We're not dealing with any mail anymore. Praise be.
Any questions for Robin? Angel, is your hand still up from before, or is this a new question?
Nope, sorry. Taking it down now.
No worries. Okay, thanks. On to Carrie with Greenhouse.
Hey there. We have a lot of updates since last month. There's been some shifts. So I'm going to start with the actual greenhouse. So, we started this committee in August, and we didn't really know a whole lot except for the fact that we all wanted a greenhouse. And so, we brainstormed and we met a couple different times, and we came to that idea of the plastic bottle because we wanted to use recycled materials. Once we got that going though, we first week of November type of thing, I learned from Principal Johnson and some of the staff that that's not really historically what they had in mind. And that, the money that was originally donated to the PTA and conversations a few years back was more of a much bigger project, a much more expensive project that the district was actually planning on supporting and building. And that, Principal Johnson had already met with some people in the past, and they had come and visited the school and this kind of thing. So we learned that we could have still gone forward with this one greenhouse, but it seemed like a lot of energy into something that wasn't really what this, the staff wanted. So as a committee, in that November meeting, we decided, let's hold off on that and let's explore this more and work with the staff more and see if there's any way we can support them in a different way for what they really want. And so we're gonna kind of hold off on that for now. And then we had the recycling drive, a week later. We didn't get a lot of things donated. However, we had some really good discussions with Principal Johnson, and a lot of the committee members were there to help out. And we had a lot of plans. So something that Lisa told us was that the district buildings and grounds is going to be removing the sand out of that front, playground area that's empty right now. That's where it's the green space, the green playhouse is going to go. And they are going to fill it with wood chips. And then the district actually has access to lots of trees and logs that we would need because they're cutting them down too and doing things on the buildings and grounds all the time. We also have donations already set aside for tires and stuff. It's just a matter of, so we have a lot of the donations in place for the major things we need. It's more of a matter of just saying when and how much, which is kind of ideal, right? So then it's not we're not stuck with a bunch of stuff we don't need and that kind of stuff. We also have two groups of senior engineering students at Case who are pursuing this as their year-long project. So a little bit about the pathway models and in the academies is we do a lot of what's called project-based learning, very aligned with Montessori, where it's, the students take control out of their learning. And these students have been doing college level engineering classes for the last 2 years. So as their senior year project, they can pick anything. So those two teams are actually going to be going with me next Friday to visit the school, see the space. I already sent them pictures and answered a lot of questions with dimensions and general things. So they've got some brainstormed ideas. They're going to chat with Principal Johnson next week. They're going to see the space. We're going to get the building engineer and hopefully the head guy right now for the district for buildings and grounds. Hopefully we'll be there too. So we'll get a lot of questions answered for the students. the plan is they are going to put together some design proposals and consider the Montessori method. Our education students actually just visited the school a couple weeks ago, so they're going to kind of chime in hopefully and help the students with, what that Montessori way of learning is and try to design this playhouse and with that in mind. They're going to come up with 2 concepts that probably January, February, they're modifying their timeline right now for me. We'll be able to propose 2 models to the school, and then the students and staff will get to vote on their favorite play space. And then from there, like, we do have a member hub link set up for monetary donations. And so based on their design, I did tell them the challenge is we want it out of recycled materials. But we know that there's going to be some miscellaneous things. So we'll be able to have a very specific list too. We're collecting money at any time through this link because we know we'll need stuff. But then, once we have that design, we'll know exactly what we need and be able to price that out a little bit better. So that is basically where we're at. Any questions?
Thank you, Carrie, for all your hard work, especially the pivots that have come out of nowhere. You have handled it like a champ.
We were prepared for pivots. We knew it was going to happen.
Right? And the link is in the chat if anyone wants to find the link for donations. So thank you.
Quick question. Carrie, we had talked about incorporating the mural, a part of the mural. I wonder if your students would be able to do some research on the best material to write, the best kind of paint to use, in case I'm wrong. That might be useful.
For sure. I can add that.
Cool.
Thanks, ladies. Up next is Angel and Miss Ami with Montessori Masquerade.
So, Angel, do you want to take this or should I go for it?
Go for it.
So we are still looking for, help in this committee. We are currently, we are just requesting donations, and we have, I think we finalized the platform, correct, Angel?
We did.
Which one is it again?
So we confirmed and purchased the Octria, I don't know how to pronounce it, Octria maybe, online platform for our silent auction. And yeah, I mean, like Miss Ami said, I'm sorry, I know I said go for it, and here I am taking over, but we're really just working on reaching out to businesses, still just looking to get donations from everybody and make connections with the community.
Yes, if you guys know anyone who would like to make a donation, please let us know. And also we have, I'm not sure if all the teachers, Ms. Johnson will be sending this out hopefully. We do have a Google form, so feel free to follow that, fill that out if you would like to help in donations, or you can just directly let us know and then we can get you guys all set up. Or if you know anyone who's willing to give donations. Robin, did you have a question?
Yes, sorry, where's the Google form?
It was the teachers, no, I'm assuming the teachers have not sent this out yet. I will we put it somewhere where
it was in one of, I think it was in October's or maybe November's newsletter, PTA newsletter.
It was in November's. I'll grab the link, Robin, and I'll put it in the chat for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't know if you see my hand. We have another donation. I just want to let you guys know that's just recently came in. So our parent ed night last night, she is willing to give a donation for you.
Oh,
So,
wonderful.
yeah.
That's
Is that
great.
on Sunday?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coordinating that, Carmen.
Oh, goodness. You need to thank Missy.
I will thank her. I will thank her too.
Okay. No one else has any other questions for Angel and Miss Ami? Thank you, guys. Next up is nominating. So I will be heading up the nominating committee. And this is the point where I shamelessly ask all of you on this call, if you have any interest in becoming a future leader of the PTA, I would love to hear from you. I would really greatly appreciate anyone who's willing to step up and be president or secretary or treasurer or vice president. If you're interested in any of these lead roles in our PTA for the next 2 years, please let me know. You can reach out to me personally. You can talk to me on the playground at any point in time at pickup or drop off. And you can email us at info@goodlandmontessoripta.org and say, I would like to express interest in an officer position, because they are all open come this spring. Okay, so word from Principal Johnson. I'm going to be giving her updates for everyone because, as you know, today was the virtual open enrollment fair. And so Principal Johnson is there from 5:30 to 8 p.m. answering questions. But she did give me her talking points. So we had a really great parent ed night last night. We had 17 to 19 people show up to hear all about nutrition, and we got some really cool tips. It was recorded, so if you are able to, I really highly recommend going back and watching. And Sunday was really amazing, and she said she's willing to help anyone, even if you weren't there last night. Principal Johnson's YouTube channel. So if you look up Lisa Johnson, she has it directly on her personal YouTube, and that's where the videos are being uploaded for all parent ed nights. Sunday is really great. She will work with you and talk you through some really great things. Her shop is in the strip mall right by where Mike and Angelo's is, so that's where she's located. Our December virtues are moderation and courtesy. The next Montessori mornings is going to be on the 4 planes of development. We did have an update on our 3 case study. They are up and running. They've been coming in and meeting with the family or the children at school. They pull them out, I think, 2 to 3 times a week. And that is progressing well. And then there is an upcoming restaurant night at Georgie Porgy's on 12/16. The times for that are between 4 and 9 p.m. So you just have to state that you're ordering for Goodland Montessori. And then our ESSER fund update. So we were awarded money. We have started spending down that money. All of the teachers have been able to purchase sweepers for their classrooms. We're also looking at potentially doing some professional learning with that money as well for our staff. Because I don't know if you all know, they have professional learning requirements every year, and typically our teachers are forced to endure professional learning that is not geared toward the Montessori method. So we are looking to do a program that Ms. Smith found for other teachers with that money. And we've had some new staffing as a result of the ESSER funds. We were able to bring on some new staff. We right now have a new clerk who just recently started. Her name is Paige Ramirez. So you can say hi to Ms. Ramirez in the office. We also have a new EA, Michelle Gregory, who is also a parent at our school. And we have an interventionist that's going to be starting on December 13th. They're in the process of hiring also another EA. So these are some great additions to our Goodland Montessori family. Oh, an interventionist. So they are people that work with our children and getting them, if there's some identified needs, like with reading, with math, they pull them out and do one-on-one sessions with them to get them to the point where they're on grade level. So I think they have to be maybe two levels behind in order to be qualified to work with an interventionist. Colin? Colin, did you have a question? You can unmute.
One is the Goodland, Georgia Porgy fundraiser night,
It's December 16th from 4 to 9 p.m.
December 16th,
Yes,
4 to 9.
yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank
That's
you.
all.
Does anyone else have any other questions? Well, apparently the open enrollment fair is going well. Principal Johnson has been busy all night. She had her first break at, let's see, what time did she message me? 6:45. So there must be lots of interest. Lots of interest. So that's exciting. All right, we don't have any unfinished business at this time. Does anyone have any new business they'd like to discuss or have us place onto our agenda for next month's meeting? Colin?
Not next month's meeting, maybe another meeting once Racine Interface Coalition is working on lead pipes in the older houses, and a lot of younger kids like birth to 3 and 4 are getting lead testing, so parents know where to get lead testing. I was thinking maybe could have somebody from Racine Interface Coalition, our lead organizer we got an education task force for Racine Interface Coalition. Maybe she could join us and let us know. She could let you know where to get testing at.
Okay, I'll reach out to Nikki and see when she's available. Okay, Colin?
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other new business agenda items people would like to raise? Okay. Hearing none, we just have our upcoming. Oh, sorry, I just realized I missed a question in the chat. Sorry, I was looking through the chat. Monica, you asked about the e-gift cards, I think, for the Marcus Theaters. They are delivered upon request at checkout. So you can set the date that you want to receive them when you check out.
Oh, I already placed my order and I don't recall that, but I'll have to look back at my emails. Thanks,
Yeah.
though.
Check back at your email when you get a chance.
I'm in the same situation.
Okay, Karen, sorry. And if there's an issue, if you can't find an email or you can't find something, I'll have Missy reach out to you. So she's the point person with the fundraiser. Robin?
Hi, hello. This screen reminded me of a question that I had about the committees and whether it is possible to, if it would be better to combine committees or to collaborate in committees. What is the best way to pare down some of the time that we are spending in meetings?
That's something we'll have to discuss at executive.
Okay.
That's the space for that.
Okay.
No worries. Angel?
I just wanted to remind everyone that the Montessori Masquerade meeting for December is canceled. It's listed on here, but we canceled it.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You sent out the email just this past week, right?
Yep, yesterday.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, and next month is hybrid. So if you want to come in person, that is an option for you next month. So it will be in the library for those who have not been to an in-person meeting. They take place in the school library if you're coming in person. All right, any questions, anyone? If not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I will second it.
Thank you. And since we've exhausted our agenda, we don't even have to vote once we have a motion in a second. Thank you, everyone. We are now adjourned at 7:57 p.m. Have a nice evening.